Well, different people have their different views about respect and their different definitions. The definitions I have in the textbook for victims of racism that you can go to by going to producejustice.com is that you never ask anybody for respect. That's a part of the code. It's three things you never ask for, ever, under any circumstance. You don't ask for an apology, not ever. Not ever do you ask anybody for an apology. You don't ask for love, not ever. In fact, you should almost never mention the word love. Love is synonymous with justice. Without justice, you don't have love no way because they're the same thing. I mean, that's so-called, what we call romance. That's not love. That's copying off the Romans. That's a whole bunch of phony stuff, all right, which that's another story altogether. And then that third thing, respect, is something that you can only give to yourself. So you never ask anybody for respect, all right? Now, I don't know what, I'm not arguing against or anything like that against what the late Miss Aretha Franklin was about. She wrote a song that was very popular called Respect, and there was a lot of ingredients in the song. But respect is something you can only give to yourself according to logic. That's counter-racist logic. Counter-racist logic means something that will work for black people. Don't ask anybody for respect, ever. Black people kill each other about this thing called respect. That should never happen. A person can so-called be discourteous to me if you're talking about courtesy all the time. The code covers that too. I'm not discourteous to anybody, I mean knowingly, and I'll definitely apologize, you know, because I don't ask for an apology, but I'll give all the apologies you want. And that's something else you have to watch for. The white supremacists will give you all the apologies that you want. You know, a lot of black people say that the white supremacists should apologize for slavery. I would never ask any person, period, to apologize, not only for slavery, but for anything. Why? Because an apology is something that is given on a person's own. They do this. They come and find you. You don't look for them to apologize and then try to compensate for whatever they did that they shouldn't have done. That is the way it should done. That's heading toward justice. But the white supremacists, and since we're talking about respect and apologies, really they kind of both go hand in hand in the minds of many black people. I mean, you know, don't disrespect me, and you apologize for the disrespect that you showed me last week. That we should stop doing that right this minute. Don't ever do that again in life. Don't ever ask anybody to respect you. I'm saying this to all the black people throughout the planet. Never ask anybody to respect you, and never ask anybody to apologize to you, and never ask anybody to love you. All right? The two first things, apologies and love, you get from a person willingly, without them you having to ask them. It doesn't mean anything if you have to ask them. All right? There's an old song saying, you know, tell me that you love me or something like that. And the person responds, I told you that I loved you. Now get out. That's a song that came out in the 1930s, I think, or something like that. And the white supremacists say, well, you black people want apologies? You know, I'd give you a truckload of them. I mean, how many do you want? You want gold-plated apologies or something that looks like gold anyway, because you all like bling-bling. So I'll make you a sign, I mean, you know, and it'll shine like gold, and say, I apologize for everything that I ever did to you. And, hey, buddy, I'll give you a bonus. I'm going to apologize in advance for all the things I'm going to do to you. That's the white supremacist philosophy. They don't care, you know. They'll say anything as long as you abide, and as long as it doesn't mean that they're out of business. That's all that they watch for.